I thought it was 1. I was like,
no, that's his 7.
All right, but how many of those losses was on Buck? All right, that's the real question.
Yeah, only 1 for Buck, but not
See?
7. Yeah, you're good.
Forced 50, he's winning this game.
Yeah.
There are certain teams that thrive in that environment. I don't think it's any surprise that a team such as Falcons, TIDEBOUND, as well as, of course, Extreme Gaming have been looking hot as well. A lot of exchanging here.
In a lot of trouble. That's first blood already for Shiro and the TIDEBOUND side. Great.
So Planet has been going to work here. On the flip side, Falcons with none.
Yep, as Y is taken out in the top. Amar going to take a little bit of damage in reciprocation, but he will get the better of the exchange, of course. Now, well, the 6-minute power rune is upon us, and you can see that Falcons are quite pushed up, but Crit's actually spotted out, and now glimpsed into the arms of Nothing to Say. He's not going to hit the enchant totem, the dead shot either, but still the kill will come for Nothing to Say.
I think in this game you should have given them to Shaker to accelerate the high-impact team fight Maker that you have.
Level 6, Invis Rune, and Planet will be the recipient of the first roar of the game. And that's an easy kill for Falcons, as they're actually on the doorstep here of a Wisdom Shrine take as well.
This is a
This will be a very big get.
All
right, well, that was underwhelming, I'll be honest.
It also didn't deserve more than that.
Staking. Under the tower, getting pursued by Faith Beyond. Looks like he'll eventually pick him up. Does take a beating in response, though, as after all of that, Skeeter actually gets picked off on the top lane.
Yeah, and I was going to point out, this whole top fight extending as long as it did was because of a rare missed dead shot from Planet. But in the follow-up fight, they do get an even bigger kill in the gyro.
Yep, Crit helped Malrine get the rune, but they are outnumbered. That's 4 versus 2. Using that haste rune to full effect to get to the north side. Has to be a little bit careful, though. Getting some bottles up, as Nothing to Say is going to continue the pursuit, but all for naught. If you get in the middle of this, it's just going to add to the echo.
Yeah.
But all you can really do is try to steal the farm beforehand, which they did quite nicely. Amar, though, the recipient of this gank from TIDEBOUND. That is an easy kill for Faith Beyond. They even find a lowly Snake King, gets glimpsed out of the TP. Double kill for Bach.
Yeah, this is...
He's owning.
Not that there was anything spectacular about that from Y, but I didn't touch it at all. But if Disruptor is playable, Y is going to play it. TIDEBOUND have found massive success off of this, and look at him making his next move immediately.
Static Storm right on top of him. Absolutely no response available for Crit. Still only level 5 at the 12.5 minute mark. 8-2 advantage for TIDEBOUND, despite the gold lead basically being even at the moment. And
they will now try to perhaps invade, but if you're going to invade for the Wisdom now, you're running through the lane through full vision, so not going to be the case.
Yeah, they spot Nothing to Say. Now they jump on top of them instead. This is the follow-up, though. Snake King coming with a nice Nether Blast. They've already taken out Planet. Nothing to Say. Trickling away. The Mortimer's Kisses just hits them in the end. 2 kills for Falcons. Not only thwarting the initial smoke attempt from TIDEBOUND, but...
A nice move for Falcons. No real objective to claim just yet. We're 15 minutes in. But they keep ramping up.
Yep, Amar, he wants some revenge. They get the glimpse back into the Static Storm. He's pretty tanky. Doesn't look like reinforcements are coming, though. So will be a kill going the way of TIDEBOUND.
Playing against Roar, it's kind of nice.
Smoke revealed. Shiro leading the charge as Crit gets to the high ground, and he's going to get glimpsed back into the arms of Bach, and just gets deleted. The Roar counteraction from Malrine. Do they have the damage to gut through Shiro? He popped the BKB and dies instantly. First BKB of the game for him. Amar, though, stuck all alone. He's going to get bursted by Bach, as it looks like TIDEBOUND now on the retreat. The buyback came out from Crit in the meantime. So this is now a 4 versus 3 situation. That's a lot of damage from the Chakram from Bach, and he takes out Snake King easily. Now Malrine on the run. This is such a back and forth affair. Gets slowed to a crawl. Nothing to Say with the enchant totem. As Bach, again, up front and personal. The cookie's not going to hit, but the last proc from Planet is enough to kill off Malrine. So despite losing their carry pretty much instantly, TIDEBOUND able to bounce back quite a bit.
That's right.
But it looks like this will be Falcons to take. Question is, can they withstand a fight afterwards? Amar gets the shard, and you can see TIDEBOUND still continuing on. The heals are coming. Planet's going to show himself first with the dead shot. Can Falcons retreat, or do they actually want to fight? Amar gets off the rebuke. Instant pierce the Veil, though, into the Mortimers. That's an easy kill for Snake King. There's the Mars Arena onto 2. Shiro the BKB. Looks like they might want to retreat, though, as the Disruptor's picked off. So Falcons holding that high ground is now the Roar on top of Shiro. This would be an enormous kill for Amar and company. Beautiful spear into the trees. They got the stun lock. They got the kill on Shiro. 3 dead as Bach tried to save his carry. Now he has to retreat in shame. Has to Nightfall away with the BKB TP. So 3 dead. They lose the shard as well.
When you have the vision.
Oh, look at this. TIDEBOUND. They're going to continue to get aggressive despite this
be a
BKB still being down for Shiro. Echo Slam right on top of the gyro. Gets feared back. Do they have the damage? It's going to be close. And finally Shiro coming in to finish the job. All 5 members of TIDEBOUND here to watch Skeeter die.
On this exchange, but of course they did lose quite a bit in the top left corner prior to this. Now Shiro with the Aegis.
Indeed.
Glimpse.
Snake King glimpse back and will die eventually.
Well, he's pretty tanky.
He will die eventually. Surely gets Cookie to the high ground. Now the Roar on top of Faith Beyond with Amar. Nice zoning ult. They're going to get 2 kills on likelihood. Wide's going to stay alive a little longer with the execution, but the Rebuke at the last moment takes out the Timber. That's 3 dead now. These fights make no sense. One team gets an objective, easily wins the fight. Next team with no resources wins the next fight. This is just back and forth.
That's
Very high degree.
It's actually an interesting item on carry as well when you go for the other facet. Now he has Supernatural, or rather he has Dancing.
Mara caught off guard, gets glimpsed back into the arms of Shiro, gets decrepified though, it's going to save him a bit. That's a huge kill onto Shiro out of nowhere. Didn't bother with the BKB and suffers the consequences.
Oh, should not be underestimated. It gives you some nice additional plays with Blink spearing into Arena being easier to pull off.
Oh, Planet forces the issue from Amari, gets off his ult, going to force the BKB out of Shiro. There's the Roar from the other side on Mallory. Do they have the damage this time to cut through Shiro? It's going to be close. He's really low, dies inside of his own rebound. Another death for the carry of TIDEBOUND as Bach with that Aghanim Scepter. Boom, boom time. Gets off. Oh, the Yules actually activates because the BKB ended early, and now the Rocket Barrage upon him. Static Storm to try to save their offlaner. It is not happening for TIDEBOUND. And now Y on the retreat. He's holding a gem. This would be a pretty big kill for Falcons. Looks like he will be able to walk away, but still Falcons super happy with being able to kill Shiro first again.
Hiding. Oh, if those axes were thrown the other... Oh, he's going to be spotted by the Boars. He is so dead.
Finds Y, and this is the gem. So he did hold on to it for a lot longer than I was expecting, but nothing to say is going to show. Malrine and company would love to get a pick off before this Roche spawns. Still has not come up yet, though.
Another attempt. Glimpse on Amar.
Out. Will not BKB away. Smoke. Oh, there's the Echo Slam. There's the opening under the gyrocopter. They're going to be able to blow up Skeeter. He's dead. Just like that. As Malrine gets off another Roar. But now this is in full retreat mode. They do have buyback on the gyrocopter if they want to use it. Fisher's going to connect onto the Pugna. Snake King tankier than he looks, of course. Bach, his Aghanim Scepter does proc his crit with the Mortimer Skins. There's the Mars Arena from Amar himself. Lots of damage onto Shiro with the double spear to follow. Shiro's dead. Bach follows suit. No buybacks needed from the side of Falcons as they somehow turn this.
Even though Skeeter dies first, they have to commit so much for that, and Amar finds a beautiful angle. That spear was...
Oh, the cancel the TP. Y does get off another glimpse, but we can see the TP from Malrine. He wants a piece of this, and he'll get it. Denies a bounty rune, though. Good job to Y. Skeeter already in half HP. We'll get healed via the Pugna, so not going to use the Roche banner until now. This tower looks to be dead. There is a fortification online for TIDEBOUND. Flak cannon. As Amar jumps in very deep, gets off the arena. They're going to focus on the buildings for now, so maybe this is just... He's just going to die to the Mortimer, so Planet... No chance at all, as that's a second lane for Falcons. Glimpse back, Malrine's going to get Echo Slam with the Fissure to follow. He's going to get E-bladed, though, nothing to say. Does get the kill with the last Fissure. There's the buyback, though, as Skeeter disposed back into the Static Storm. Pops the BKB, healing up thanks to the Pugna and a little bit from the Satanic as well. And you can see Shiro left all alone. He's roared and killed. 90 seconds of no mercy as a cheese eaten up by Skeeter and that top side of the map, but they keep blocking him. All of these obstacles as there's the Roar from Malrine right on top of Muerta. That is a death for Planet. No way to get back in the game. Second one reserved for Y. He buys back though. This is going to be potentially the last defense for Tidebound in this game number 1. But it's going to be 5 versus 3. Throne completely exposed now as Shiro going in for one last-ditch effort. They're just going to block off. Bugna still in range, though. And this life drain, they just can't do anything about it. Amar, Arena, right on top of Bach. Now the magic damage coming from Skeeter with the right click as well. Bach is dead. Buys back instantly. There's roar number 1 for Marcy. Echo Slam a little bit too late as Shiro is already dead. And nothing to say, has to walk back in shame as a triple Arena from Amar as the GGs come out. Falcons take game number 1.
Damn, that was... It was an interesting first 15 to 20 minutes that were back and forth, but Falcons found one good fight, started getting that 6K lead that we talked about, and after that, every single subsequent fight, they have Shiro's number.
Jumps in, gets word. Other times, Marcy gets Arena speared before she can even be KV, and the kisses have taken...
Because I don't see any game-breaking +4s at least.
Ooh, well, that is a hero. We have seen Shiro played on the road to TI, and it is a ranged carry, so we like that as 50-50, you know.
Using its map presence correctly.
Yep, Amar taking a lot of raises, wants to get aggro, though, pops the stick as Shiro now is the one he's pursuing, but this looks like it might be the death of Amar, but first, Planet goes down. That is a huge deal, so first blood actually going to Falcons. But of course, Shiro getting the kill onto the core.
Overall results.
Is there going to be a play for the Wisdom Shrines this time? It doesn't. Well, as I say that, Malrine and Snake King are going to be greeted by Bach next to the tree line. Sand King tries to get off his ult, but it's instantly canceled. Coil is going to be expended. Malrine does not activate the ult as of yet. Tries to Burrow Strike out of the glimpse, but it's not happening. It's nothing to say. He's going to greet Snake King. Likely a death to his name is Skeeter. Now to 1 versus 2. Mallory's going to try to accompany him at the moment. Snake King, one more right click will do it for nothing to say. We'll be able to clip him with the Illusory Orb, but the bigger kill is onto Skeeter. Malrine, though, with the Epicenter, misses the Burrow Strike, but still gets the kill on the Centaur, and he takes the Shrine of Wisdom as well. So despite being outnumbered, Falcons getting the better of that.
I think the dream kill here is to get Puck with a Blink Epi into Bushwhack Stun combo.
The 12-minute rune is bottom. It's a haste as there's the stun onto nothing to say with the Bushwhack to follow, and the Sharpshooter is enough. Big kill for Falcons.
Yeah, good judgment call there. I thought the Epicenter might have been necessary, but they do have enough in the tank. I don't think that was a very big overkill. It was good enough.
Glimpse onto Amar. I'm not sure why wants any of this smoke, though. He will now retreat, and Malrine will greet him. As Stampede is used, but I think he is dead anyway. Yeah, drops to the deck. So a Stampede down and another support kill for Falcons. As Amar is going to make his way to the mid lane. And another stolen shrine, potentially?
Oh, they might even get Shiro as a bonus.
Shiro, Epicenter's coming from him. He is not ready for this one. Bushwhack to follow Stampede, but the Sharpshooter is enough again. Falcons get away with murder, and the trade is a measly support. Of course, no offense to Snake King, he actually gets off the song anyway. Even the Wrath of Nature's not enough. They use the Glimpse and the Static Storm as well, but the Illusory Orb is enough. They use everything to kill the support off as Skeeter shows up a little bit too late, though, so Planet does end up trading the Wisdom Shrines. Indeed.
We'll save Planet, but...
Oh, Sharp, this is a much bigger kill. Trying for the Requiem, but it's not happening. Skeeter gets the kill on Shiro. Second death in just a couple minutes now for the SF.
He's having a really difficult day today so far. Marcy in game number 1 did not go well. This game on SF, the 2 deaths, it might not sound like much, but this is a team fight. This is when the bad end really starts packing a punch. If you want to farm, you accelerate to a large degree. So Skitter's on track here for a solid...
Stampede is not online this time as Amar finds himself a half-man, half-horse. But why is in the vicinity? Oh, a big initiation with a coil on the 3. Static Storm to follow. Malrine comes in, though, with the Epi. Looks like Boxing is the first to fall. Planet trying to kill off somebody. He finally gets a support. Looks like he's going to die shortly after, though, as the song to try to reset. Shiro on the outskirts looking for the Requiem. Will get it off to get the fear. Decent timing. And snare applied to the puck at the moment, though. Nothing to say. He's found in the tree line. Burrow Strike applied. Still stuck in the trees. Can they find him? They ping him out. Finally, the Illusory Orb comes. It's a curveball, though. Back into the fray. He'd be able to blink out, though. And it looks like the pursuit will finally come to an end. Is that... I mean, the fact that Pipe is being bought by Bach means that that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, it's far away.
That'll be like a 4th, 5th item for him if the game gets to that point. Malrine. He's going to be able to pop the epicenter, and that is way too easy onto Faith Beyond. And it looks like the rest of TIDEBOUND might want to still fight.
Yep.
Onto Skeeter. Gets stunned up now. Has the borrowed time. And the kinetic field not in time. So he's going to be able to shrug it off with the aphotic shield and the rest of Falcons nearby.
Understood.
Than the average team. Probably one of the nerd stats from AUI 2000. One of his preferences. Skeeter under the tier 2 tower. Coil will snap thanks to the glimpse. Skeeter's ult is now down. Wrath of Nature coming for him. Does hit, but now the reinforcements have arrived. Burrow strike from Malrine. Bushwhack not going to connect this time, but a sharpshooter does. The Stampede does not give the distance needed as they have their sights set on nothing to say. Well, they don't have their sights yet, but they have an idea. He's up here. Burrow strike finds him. Bushwhack to follow, and another sharpshooter kill for Crit. My goodness. He has 4 kills right now. If TIDEBOUND want to get a little bit more aggressive now. As a result, Shiro actually pops the smoke. The dust on the other side, though. They know that he has the Shadow Blade. Don't have the vision required. They do find Y instead, though. Another sharpshooter kill. Man, oh man. Crit is farming up those fantasy points today.
And this, not bad. It's like 2 hearts.
I thought heart was bad, though.
Well, 2 hearts is good, but you can't do it.
Okay, gotcha. Skeeter finds an opening, snaking with the ensnare. And this will be the death of Planet. Still working on that Ags. And yeah, it looks like Falcons are going to be pretty content with the 2 tier 2s down as the Aegis expiring in 15 seconds. But this is going to open up TIDEBOUND smoke now. As they... And Lamar now outside the pit, want to get to the triangle of TIDEBOUND. This Planet being pursued in his own base. Oh my goodness. Burrow strike, sharpshooter, it's enough. Planet actually out for 50 seconds with no buyback, so this is actually a 4 versus 5. Yeah.
Man.
I love this current Roche, though.
Yeah. It's good.
And TIDEBOUND on the high ground. You can see the illusions continually spotting them. As
Falcons
just daring them.
It's also the abandoned Radiant Span.
Stampede. Okay. Epicenter comes in from Mallory. Pops the BKB as well. As Bach looking for somebody to use on his cart. He's going to be applied some pressure. Pops the Blade Veil. Nobody really wants to touch him now, though. Gets rooted up onto the high ground. Nothing to say coming. They're trying to take out the Abaddon, but he activates his ult just in time and heals up to full as a result. There's the cart onto the Shadow Fiend. He'll be able to get off his ult. The Centaur dies first inside of his own cart. The Shadow Fiend follows suit, and just like that, it's 4 dead for TIDEBOUND, and Falcons lose nothing.
Executing the map better.
He gets broken, but just going to shrug it off. The second lane in the sights for Falcons. Oh, the hex onto the puck. The Bushwhack to follow. The save! The cart saves the puck. Going to try to turn this around, but where is the damage coming from exactly? Nature's Prophet in the midst of all of this. Trying to TP out, but the Burrow strike connects. Bushwhack to follow. That'll be the death of the NP. And again, 3.5 minutes on the Aegis. Falcons have plenty of resources to work with as Amar looks like he's going to finish off this second barracks very shortly. Another hex. The Burrow strike actually misses, but they find the connection. On to nothing to say. The Stampede is not enough. He is out for 90. No buyback. As Falcons now to the third lane to try to get Mega Creeps and close the door in this upper bracket match against TIDEBOUND. And it's looking like it's going to be a 2-0.
What a stellar performance this game has been from Crit on the Hoodwink.
Bach gets off the Hoof Stomp to try to break the Abaddon, but he already has his ult on as Amar just destroys Y. Cart onto the Shadow Fiend in retreat. They just call GG, and just like that, Falcons 2-0 Extreme in this upper bracket match.
And this individual game more so than the first, not even remotely close when you look back at it. TIDEBOUND maybe had one singular successful move, ending the game with 5 kills at minute 45.